Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Sugar Dami, and this is Dami's Corner. If you're an intending subscriber, and you've not subscribed at all, please do that. And if you're not new on this page, like if you have watched my previous video and you have subscribed, thank you, welcome to my channel. So on today's episode of my channel, I'm going to be talking about my profession. I'm a pharmacist by profession. And do I regret studying pharmacy? You will know in this video. Welcome. So I studied pharmacy in Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agbowo State, if you're familiar with it, in Nigeria. And I studied, normally pharmacy is supposed to be like a 5-year course, and if you are not familiar with pharmacy as a course, it's a science-oriented course that really deals with drugs and all that it entails, administering drugs to people, production, maybe not full-blown production, but production of drugs, administering, giving counseling, and making sure people are taking the appropriate dose of drug or right drug for their right ailments. Do you understand? I don't know why I'm defining this thing, but then just for you to be familiar with what pharmacy is. So if you are looking towards studying pharmacy, or if you are looking towards maybe changing your course or taking a course in pharmacy, to be honest, I'm not here to discourage you. I'm not here. Everything here, I'm going to put out a disclaimer that this is just my opinion. It might be different for other people. It might be, other people might say that they might like it, they might enjoy it. But yes, my journey in pharmacy school was pretty rough, to be honest. I spent 7 years instead of 5 years of normal schooling. ASU strike inclusive, and let's say that went out of the story. But then I had other complications that came with it. So initially, from the start, you know how African parents used to do. I had an African dad who said, "Oh, my friends, I have a lot of friends that are professionals, that are pharmacists, and they are doing well for themselves. They have big pharmacies. They have they are controlling money. They have their stores, and they are doing very well for themselves. Why don't you study pharmacy?" And I remember that I was not even familiar with pharmacy because it was just when I wanted to get into school that they were telling me, "Oh, pharmacy is a thing." I'm like, "What does it entail?" They're like, "Oh, drugs." And I'm like, does it have anything to do with organic chemistry or chemistry in its entirety? Because to be honest, I wanted to study medicine because I was running away from chemistry. I wanted to study medicine because it required a little level of chemistry. You would only need to do it maybe your first year, forget about it. But chemistry, on the other hand, for pharmacy was a long lasting thing. You would literally do it till you end your course in pharmacy. So that's what I was running away from, but that's what my father wanted me to do. So as at the time I got admission I put in for physiology and pharmacology, but fortunately for me, I was picked for pharmacy. And yeah, my dad was excited, but me, I was like, how would I do it? But I'm like, okay, let's just go with the flow. That flow that I went with was not it at all. Because I remember that in my first year, chemistry was my major problem. I had ease. So I was not keeping up. So pharmacy is not really the problem. Maybe it was just me not being passionate about it as I ought to, as I would have if I had studied something different. But in my next life, no medicine, no pharmacy, nothing science related at this point. So when I got into school, I already said that part that I did not do well in my chemistry and some other subjects that needed pharmacy and all that. So when I managed to go into my second year with maybe a pass or something. Even with that pass, it still it still kept on affecting me in my organic chemistry, because we had a course that was strictly organic chemistry, and I did not pass it at all because I still had a problem with my chemistry. So I was always I did really, really bad. But I had to reevaluate my life that if I really wanted to make my father proud, if I really wanted to make myself proud, because there was no turning back at that point in time. I could not say, let me now go and move to go and do something else after I've gotten admission. I just believe in put effort, just put the effort. And that was what I promised myself in my second year. I was just going to put effort. Let me just finish this and get it done with. I didn't even know that there were longer years ahead of me to spend, but I I embraced it. I did it. I've graduated now, but it's not something that I'll look back to say, oh, this is something I want to do. And I'm not saying I'm not happy currently practicing pharmacy, but I'm not really happy, to be honest with you. That's not where my passion lies. That's not where what I want to do is. So that's what I'm saying, that for other people it might be, and the tag, the annoying thing about it, like, oh, the way my father tagged it then, that, oh, you will be rich, he said it like it was immediate wealth. He said it like it was spontaneous, like as you're leaving school, like you're already rich, bruh. Don't let me lie to you, nothing is there. Like, even so, that was all I had in mind. Like, oh, pharmacy, when the way people say pharmacy is so lucrative, medicine is great, professional courses are the happening things. But then I feel like if I had eventually followed the line of what I did, I would be rich as well. Pharmacy is not the only way you can, get rich or be wealthy in that sense. So I didn't have it like that. All my imagination about getting rich, or why they asked me to do pharmacy, it now began to dawn on me that it was not spontaneous wealth. It was just people that stayed over time practicing pharmacy, stayed over time giving their best shot, opened pharmacies, capitalized on it, built a brand out of pharmacy, like built a name for themselves. Those are the people that, like, they are the happening people, that those are the happening pharmacists. But you see, we like this that just came out of school, or people that are just finding their way, trying to navigate their way in life. It's not all that, to be honest with you. Pharmacy will not pay you 500k, except you are probably the owner of the pharmacy. Pharmacy will not even pay, maybe in some places, the location dependent, yeah, in some places. But pharmacy after school, they will not even pay you 400,000. Maybe in some places, like the industry, maybe when you have already climbed the ladder and you're already like big. So if it's not paying you those amount of money in this Nigeria, I know how Nigeria is today. You need not a lot, but you need substantial amount of money to settle down. Not only settle down, to build a family, to get things in place, to say you are comfortable. You need a level of you need a substantial amount of money. So when what you do, what you call your profession, is not giving you that's why I said some people do it for money, some people do it for fulfillment. For anything that you do, I feel like the end goal is to be comfortable at the end of the day. If you do pharmacy and you are comfortable with the kind of money you are being paid and you love your job, that's absolute. To be honest, I feel like many pharmacists even do like some other things, so like some other things by the side, like maybe skilled job, or one or two things they add to it, because that profession on its own will not give you that money you're looking for, to be honest with you. So for that, I think that is why I'm pretty much biased about studying pharmacy and the whole hype that comes with it. But for some others, pharmacy is a good course. As I've said earlier, it would expose you. It will give you certain respect in certain places. Like when you enter, you're like, oh, I'm a healthcare professional, I'm a pharmacist. People like, oh, doctor. Some people will call you doctor. Doctor is different from pharmacist. I beg you, people that call it the same thing. It is not the same thing. They are different, but all of them do the job together. They come and collaborate together to make healthcare perfect for the masses, or for those that need it. So in my opinion, I just feel like pharmacy is not maybe that course for me. I'm not saying I would drop it. I might still do it, like little here, little there. My father still wants me to. My father wants me to have a big pharmacy, which, to be honest, I would still have, is in the picture, but it's not something that I would literally do like all year long, like my whole life practicing. As if I'm like practicing, I don't think that is something that I would do. So this is my 2 cents on my profession. So if you want to do it, if you are in the science class willing to or maybe you are even like a student trying to further and you're thinking, oh, maybe I should have a day in pharmacy, I mean, absolutely fine. If you're cool with the course, if you like it, if you like what it entails, you can dive into it, you can go right into it. But if not, if you are the one looking for money, like quick money, spontaneous money, I feel like pharmacy might not be for you. Sorry to break your heart, but pharmacy might not be for you. So you can try some other things, like try like skill jobs. So I feel like skill jobs are doing much more than professional and white collar jobs these days. So that is my 2 cents about my profession. Not to say I don't love it. I love pharmacy. As men of honor, we join hands. So this will be the end of my video today. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, turn on post notifications for further videos that I'll be dropping. And on this note, I say bye, besties.